Hi guys, welcome to another Tamil script video. This video is going to cover the uch consonant and how to combine uch with the vowels to form consonant plus vowel combinations. Yes, uch, not us. I'll explain why. This is the uch consonant, uch. Let me show you how to write it. The pronunciation is funny because it depends on whether it's just an uch consonant or the uch consonant is combined with a vowel. If it's just a consonant, it's pronounced as ch. For example, this word is pronounced as padche. Even though I wrote an S here, you should pronounce it as padche. However, if it's a consonant plus vowel combination, then it's usually pronounced as S. For example, this word is pronounced sinam, and this word is pronounced arası. But it's pronounced ch if it's after the uch consonant, and I'll use padche as an example again. It can sometimes be pronounced as j, but I will cover that in a different video specifically on pronunciation anomalies. An example word that has uch is kacheri, which means concert. This is the letter sa. It's formed from uch plus a. As I covered in my vowels and their patterns video, we just remove the dot on top of uch to get sa. Let me show you how to write sa. An example word that has sa is shannon, which means window. This is the letter sa. It's formed from uch plus a. As I covered in my vowels and their patterns video, you can convert a consonant to a consonant plus vowel combination by adding a simple pattern to the consonant. For the consonant plus r combinations, we can remove the dot from the consonant and add this pattern, and we can apply this to uch to get sa. Let me show you how to write sa. An example word that starts with sa is sali, which means road. This is the letter si. It's formed from uch plus i. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus i combinations is to get rid of the dot and add this tail pattern here. So when we apply this to uch, we get si. Let me show you how to write si. An example word that starts with si is singam, which means lion. This is the letter c. It's formed from uch plus e. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus e combinations is to get rid of the dot and add this pattern here. So when we apply this to uch, we get c. Let me show you how to write c. An example word that starts with C is sipu, sipu, which means comb. This is the letter su. Su. It's formed from uch plus u. The consonant plus u combination letters are a bit annoying because they don't follow a consistent pattern and you need to learn them individually. But this is su, and this is how you write su. An example word that starts with su is suvar. Suvar, which means wall. This is the letter su. Su. It's formed from uch plus u. The consonant plus u combination letters also don't follow a pattern, but this is what su looks like, and this is how you write it. An example word that starts with su is Suryagandhi. Suryagandhi, which means sunflower. This is the letter se. Se. It's formed from uch plus e. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus e combinations is to get rid of the dot and add this pattern to the front. So when we apply this to uch, we get se. Let me show you how to write se. An example word that starts with se is serupu. Serupu, which means sandals. This is the letter se. Se. It's formed from uch plus e. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus e combinations is to get rid of the dot and add this pattern to the front. So when we apply this to uch, we get se. Let me show you how to write se. An example word that starts with se is shannon. Shannon, which means saddle. This is the letter sai. Sai. It's formed from uch plus I. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus I combinations is to get rid of the dot and add this pattern to the front. So when we apply this to uch, we get sai. Let me show you how to write sai. An example word that starts with sai is saivam. Saivam, which is how Tamil people say the Shaiva religion. Look it up if you don't know about it. This is the letter so. So. It's formed from uch plus o. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus o combinations is to get rid of the dot and add these two patterns to the front and back. So when we apply this to uch, we get so. Let me show you how to write so. An example word that starts with so is sorkam. Sorkam, which means heaven. This is the letter so. So. It's formed from uch plus o. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus o combinations is to get rid of the dot and add these two patterns to the front and back. So when we apply this to uch, we get saw. Let me show you how to write saw. An example word that starts with saw is soru, soru, which means rice. This is the letter sau, sau. It's formed from uch plus au. The pattern which applies to the consonant plus au combinations is to get rid of the dot and add these two patterns to the front and back. So when we apply this to uch, we get sau. Let me show you how to write sau. An example word that starts with sau is saukiam, saukiam, which means wellness. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope that helped. If you liked this video, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. See you next time.